What's up, guys? Thank you for joining the PLM After Hours episode 2, man. Again, to my left, my boy Saul.
What's up, guys? My boy Jay.
How's
to
it
the
going?
left.
I missed the last podcast, but I'm here now.
And as promised, man, we want to use this platform to help a lot of upcoming local business owners, people that we personally know are hard workers, and we want to use this to shine some light on them, you know what I mean? So let me introduce you, my boy Aaron from Tacos del Guero.
Thank you. Well, thank you guys for having me here.
No, thank you for coming, man. It's a pleasure. It's an honor, actually, to have you here. We can't wait, man, so we can actually get down to like your actual your journey. You know, cómo empezaste todo. I personally know it's a tough thing to do, so can't wait to hear your story, your struggles, your success, and just let everybody else see it too. So it's a great thing to be proud of. Man. So congratulations.
I'm excited. I'm really excited to show everything, show the process, to show how just everything from like a small business owner, you know, like just the grind you got to put into it and everything.
It's tough. It's very tough.
Really
it's very tough. But then when you look back at it, you're like, damn, it feels good. You know what I mean? So it feels like you. It's a feeling that it's very hard to explain.
Yeah,
it's
honestly,
really good,
bro.
man.
It's just looking back at the accomplishments, and you're like, oh snap, like you did that, you know.
Yeah.
And honestly, and I say like, oh, you're barely getting started. Like you still got more to go, you know.
And you're killing it, man. You're killing it. I know a couple of buddies of mine. They tell me, hey, like, who wants to go to Tacos del Guero? I'm like, fuck it, let's go. Why not?
Yeah. And
Dude,
I
I mean, last time we went, we stopped by,
And they were already there.
Three or four of his friends were there. He's like, dude. He's a police officer, right,
Yeah.
Tony? So he's like, dude,
Tony
I'm here every
Winifred.
day. And I'm sure you see them.
Yeah, I
You
know exactly who you're talking about.
That's the great thing about a small business, too. Even with we could sell a car today, and 3 years from today, we'll remember that person. So I feel like small businesses really, how can I say, like, we really appreciate that person for giving us their business.
Yeah.
Like, you kind of just visualize that.
Yeah, and you pay attention, honestly. Like me, I know people from when I barely started, like this was probably like 3 years ago, like people around my neighborhood where I started, people that still come back to this day, like, oh, look how much you've done already. Like,
That's badass.
you know, just giving me that kind of push and that, how can you explain it? We're just giving that animal, like basically, like, you're ready, you started from this and look where you're going. And honestly, it's nothing yet, how I see it. So
when you get compliments
amazing.
like that, I feel like, you never even think about quitting. You know what I mean? It's like, why I'm doing good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, honestly, bro, that's what keeps me going and I feel like would keep like a small business owner going. Like it just gives you more ganas. Like you got to keep going. Like if you see, and I always see this is just food, you know,
right.
just that people remember all of that from like where you started and everything just on a food base. Like it's not like, oh, you're selling cars, you're making more money, it's more this kind of it's bigger, I would say.
Digits,
yeah, it's like a whole different vibe, and just seeing people that actually pay attention to all of that, it's just amazing. Just the props they give you, and everything just makes everything worth it, makes everything feel great, you know?
Yeah, man.
What was it that started this whole journey of, you know what, let me cook for some people, let me...
Yeah,
that's
that's what I want to hear.
Yeah,
Like, why tacos?
Honestly, bro,
We all love tacos.
Do you come from a family that...
Yeah,
Has
so
the
basically,
taqueria?
I've been in the food industry probably since I was like 16. I worked at.
How old are you now? How old are you now?
I'm 25.
25.
So I started working at
That's young.
Carreta. I worked at Carreta de Lili for a while.
Oh, shit.
I worked at this place called Pita Pit. I was a manager there. It was like a Guero. It was kind of like a Subway, but with pitas, like the pita bread. I worked there. I managed there basically, and then I worked at Tacos Chava. I worked there for 3 years.
What years did you work there? Because I used to
There from probably like 2013 actually, because I was younger. I was like 13 when I started with him, but he just had me prepping and everything. But then I kind of worked my way up to the cook, to doing just more stuff around there, and then just got the experience from there. But then, honestly, just the whole journey from managing food. When you're in the food industry, you don't get paid that much. It just all depends where you're starting at. So when I was working at Pita Pit, my girlfriend came out pregnant.
Oh.
So my girlfriend got pregnant.
She's your wife now?
Yes, my wife now. So she got pregnant. We're both young, just getting out of high school, 18. I'm like, okay, I got to do something. I'm like, now I have a kid on the way. I got to make money. I don't want to be struggling how... Basically, some of us grew up, you know, like I don't want to put my kids through that same process. So trying to think of everything, I jumped into construction. Did construction for like 2 years. Then that's when I catered a party for a friend of mine. He's like, hey, just help me out for my party. Just help me out. You cook, you do everything. I just don't want to be doing anything. I already had the experience in it, so he's like, just help me out. I'm like, okay. I helped him out, and he liked it. And I liked it too. I just liked the ambiente, like how everybody was, just the rhythm of it. I'm like, okay, you know, something different. Next thing I did it for my daughter's birthday. Now, my family was all there and everything, but that time, I did it my way. My wife did the salsas. We put in our little thing, and kind of everything just started connecting. Okay, this salsa's good. This is that. And then I noticed that people were liking it. So I'm like, okay, this can probably get me somewhere. You know, I'm like, this could probably, I can make this work. Yeah. So then that's when I just honestly just started going at it. I bought a asador, I bought a plancha, bought tables, and I started setting up outside of my house. That was a little bit before COVID hit. Oh, okay. I started doing that. I was good probably for like almost like 3 months. Then that's when COVID hit bad. That's when places started getting shut down and everything.
No, we almost closed down. So I know.
Yeah, so when that happened, that's when I was like, oh crap, like, okay, I don't think this is kind of going to go, because all the sales went down. I wasn't getting as popping. Like, people weren't really going out. So I'm like, okay, I got to think of something
everybody
else.
Was scared, you know?
Yeah. So I had to think of something else. And then that's when I'm like, okay, catering. That's when a friend of mine hit us up, like, can you do a catering for us? I'm like, okay, definitely. Looked into it, kind of saw price ranges, what I would invest and everything. I'm like, okay, I can probably do this, you know? And I tried it out. They all loved it. I started posting it.
I feel like for food, it's such a very competitive business. You know what I mean? Because like as you drive, I mean dealers too, you know, but as you drive through, I mean just Van Buren alone, you can see how many taco stands and how many taco shops. A lot of shops. Bro. But I feel like when it comes down to like the food industry, it's so competitive that it's all word of mouth. You know what I mean?
Honestly,
it's like your food has to be good for you to be popping. Because if not, you know, it takes only 1 or 2 or 3 guys that didn't like it to literally, you know, they can pretty much ruin you on social media or whatnot. So or a hair or you know something like that. Like it's crazy, man. And but tell us a little bit more about yourself. Where are you from, like originally?
So I was born and raised here in Phoenix, Arizona. My dad is from Chihuahua. From Camargo, Chihuahua, and then my mom's from Guerrero, but she was raised in Chiapas. Oh, okay. So we got a little bit of mixture of everything, you know, from there.
That's where you get the good sauces from and all that stuff, huh?
Yeah, honestly, yeah.
So your business is a lot of, I know you mentioned your wife does the sauces.
Yeah.
Do you have any other family members that do it with you?
So it's my father-in-law, my suegros. They're the ones that kind of helped me build in the little bit of everything, you know, with the salsas they brought from, because they're from El DF. Oh, they're from a little town cerca del DF.
Is it spicy then?
Yeah.
Bro, because they be some spicy stuff sometimes.
That red one, yeah, bro. We gotta make sure it's spicy, bro. Like, a lot of people aren't gonna like it, but there's so many people that do love salsa. It's spicy, bro.
I think the salsa is better when it has a little kick to it, but you know, just a little. Just enough.
Personally, you know what I mean? I'm not that. It's not that I don't like salsa. I love salsa. I'm just not really good to do it. You know what I mean? Like it hits me hard. So, but when I've eaten your tacos, they're actually really good. Like they have that perfect. Like Jay was just saying that, you know, that perfect, you know, hit right there. So
my suegra is the one that did that salsa. She's the one that she went good on that red one. And honestly, as soon as I tried it, I'm like, this is it. I'm keeping this one. I'm like, I'm not gonna mix it in. People really liked it. I'm not gonna switch it. I'm like, I'm gonna just stick to that. So honestly, the whole business is just built a little bit from everywhere. That's why when people ask me like, where are you from? I'm like, yeah, I'm from here, but this is nothing like, because a lot of people say, oh, your style's from Sinaloa.
Right.
I'm like, okay, yeah.
Honestly, when I asked you, did you think so too? I thought you were going to say Sinaloa, Sonora, or something like that. When I heard, Chihuahua too, but when I heard like Guerrero and stuff, I didn't think so, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's because, so that's where Taco Shah went in. Oh, okay. Because they're from Sinaloa, I kind of got the repollo, the cebolla y cilantro, like picando la carne, like just bien picadita, like I got that.
Yeah, El Vampiro looks like like from Sinaloa.
Yeah.
Taco looks like.
Dude, that's one thing that, and I know, and soon, you know, we'll get more into it, but that's one thing, like, so como tú dijiste, you know, tu verdura, dude, is like bien picadita macizo, man. I love that.
I'm starting to get hungry.
I know, shit.
I have a question for you. Why Thursday through Sunday, and what are your hours? So you can tell the people.
So I'm open right now Thursday from 7 to 9:30. Okay. 7 to 9:30. The reason because my daughter, she goes to school.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know, desvelando and all of that. Like
That's responsible, man.
Yeah, so
family man.
Yeah, I gotta wake up. I gotta take my daughter to school, so that's main.
That's a good
And then
father right
and then Friday, Saturday, of course, that's 7 to 11. Right now, just those hours, just because of the reason where I'm at. Soon, I do plan on opening later, because I know that night, 1 in the morning, 2 in the morning, that's popping.
After
bro.
the party, and everybody's drunk, you know.
Those are the good hours. So
Shit, I drank. I'm drinking one beer right now, and I think I want some tacos. You know what I mean?
So what's like? Is there a state hour like from the state that they can shut you?
no,
Why
you
is 11?
no. So you basically you can set up whatever time you want. It's all up to you. Just those hours. I feel like I kind of want to get to the point that we don't have to work as much and still make a good amount.
Right.
Because I'm trying to get to that service like fast.
Right.
You know, I don't want to have people waiting 20, 30 minutes. No, I'm putting guys up on top. I'm wasting a little bit more because I'm putting more people on top. But I'm just trying to get that fast service, you know, so people don't wait in and out, you know.
Badass.
So kind of try to keep it within that
sometimes
small.
like you get so hungry, you know, and then you wait there for 40 minutes. Now it's just starting to be irritating.
Yeah,
Well,
you get annoyed by the
I
time
remember
you
that
eat.
one time we went to, was it you in Vegas, and the generators.
no.
So in Vegas we went to like some food trucks. They pretty big following on Instagram, and you know everybody says they were really good. So we went. We had bought a car out there, dude. Like I literally could hear like 8 generators going off at the same time. Some dudes doing burnouts, some like music here, like 6 different types of. My head hurt, and I did order. I paid and everything. I had to leave. Like I got how do you call it, like my head.
Claustrophobic? You got.
I don't know, dude. I just had to leave. I
Te
remember I told.
gentes, like
me
you just
quedé
too much,
macizo,
yeah, like
güey,
too much
macizo,
people,
güey.
like yeah.
It was tough. My wife was with me, and we're like, babe.
I don't even think you should wait
I-
that long for
I-
some
I
tacos.
I
man.
stayed-
The wait time was honestly like 45 minutes. It was 4 tacos. That was it. Between me and my wife, 4 tacos. I was like, you guys ate my tacos.
I stayed and ate. It was bomb.
And I remember I think you guys sent me a picture.
Yeah,
Que
we're
buenos
like, oh,
tacos.
and then they gave us his tacos. So me
Yeah.
and Pedro fucking we
Like,
killed him.
even better.
Yeah, you're welcome.
It's crazy though, because he says 11, but sometimes he sells out.
So, yeah,
Like
before I've
at
seen your
9.
post. I've seen your post.
So guys, if you guys want tacos, please go early because he
Pull up.
sells out all the time.
Yeah.
And,
They're good.
I have a question for you. Do you Monday through Wednesday? Do you do anything else? Do you have another job, or is it just tacos? right now?
No, so I used to. I worked in construction.
Yeah, 'cause I was
and
gonna
I
ask
did
you.
and I did the tacos for like 2 years.
Okay.
I recently up in May. I just quit my construction, so I'm doing
That's
tacos full
badass,
time.
man. That's badass. And
It's amazing, bro. And
Congratulations.
honestly, right now I'm just doing just more family time. I'm kind of my daughter. I have she's about to be 7 months, so she's a little baby. So
is she
I'm-
your only daughter?
no,
or-
I have 2. I have a 5-year-old, and then I have about to be 7 months.
Okay.
So I have both of those, and I kind of just want to those days since the weekend. What basically my schedule Monday and Tuesday is the only days I'm off. Wednesday I'm restocking. Wednesday I'm going to stores, inventory, making sure I have everything ready.
And then Thursday,
for
time to grind.
Thursday is day to grind, get everything ready, and then just the whole weekend I'm busy nonstop. So I don't give my daughter that much time during the weekend. So Monday and Tuesday, that's my family day basically.
No, man. I give you props on being able to find that balance. That's I think
Hard.
I mean, we're here after hours. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, you see us. We go out of town a lot, long hours, and that's one thing that I honestly haven't figured out. That balance, and I've tried many times, and till this day, I'm still trying to find that balance.
Yeah.
But I think for you, it's a little easier to get it, or a little bit better because you said your wife works with you, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, that's good because when you're working, she's working. When you're off, she's off. So
Yeah.
For me, it's fuck, man. Sometimes it's real tough, man. So,
Yeah, no, it would because there was a time we would do probably I would say like last year, well the last 2 years we did my wife does party decorations, so she did parties on the weekends. I did caterings on the weekends, and I would still work construction. And we would just be crazy up and down all weekend. Just
That's crazy.
two.
I
I
remember I
would do
called you
2
once.
events. She would be doing 2 events. So we'd just be up and down all weekend long.
I remember the first time we got you was
My engagement.
Yeah, your
the
engagement.
And everybody, just the turnout was amazing. Everybody was
Yeah,
like, hey,
that
man,
was
where'd you
amazing.
book this guy?
Everybody was asking for the
And
car. Would
yeah.
you get this guy? I think from there, like
From
dude,
there, and just everybody just got hooked.
We've
man.
always
Yeah,
gotten you
honestly,
from there.
yeah. Honestly, it was from there. That's when
It just boom.
kind of of this bond just went, you know? That's
good,
when
bro.
you guys started, we kind of just started doing more events for you guys and then just hanging out. And then that's when I got the trailer. And then that's when you guys started supporting me with that and
That's really
everything.
good,
but-
man. That's one thing I think like a lot of businesses, should support each other.
Honestly,
way
dude,
we can grow.
that's one of the biggest things.
I think, a lot of people think having a business, I think after the whole COVID thing happened, everybody started, I don't know if you see it, but I see like everybody wants to be their own boss now.
Yeah.
Do you guys see
Yeah.
that? Do you guys see that? Like everybody's trying to figure out a way how to get out of their jobs, just like you did, like I
Yeah.
did, like a lot of us have, and start their own business, kind of do their own gig. But I don't think they know like the struggles behind it and stuff. Did you ever, have any struggles that sometimes you felt like, damn, I think I'm gonna throw a towel, maybe not.
A lot,
maybe with
bro.
COVID happened. And
A lot of times. There's just times my main thing was just I wouldn't really have that much support, that much help from like, let's say family, friends, like, hey, this weekend I got like 6 things going on. Hey, let me help you out with this. Let me help you out with that. It was mainly just me, my wife, my suegros. We're the ones that basically kind of mixed it in, try to schedule everything to make each of us work. Like because they do tables, they rent tables, chairs, and brincas too.
Oh, okay.
So we kind of do everything. So the 3 of us, like all of us, we're busy all weekend. So we would kind of just work in that schedule, try to make time for the girls, try to make time for us, try to make everything ready. Just the time wise was what we would struggle with a lot, just not having enough time and enough help to just get everything up and going. But like big troubles, it was mainly just like
because you've always had that support. I
yeah,
think
it
that's
was
the biggest thing.
and honestly, it wasn't really a lot of support. It was just a couple people supporting, but just with that, it was more than enough.
Yeah.
It was
It's
more
the
than
same
enough
thing,
just to push me to just me basically putting more work, my wife putting in more work,
Right.
and just making everything work out. Like we would always just try to make it work, like never quit. Honestly, just for our daughters.
Yeah. Do you think how big of a role does your team play? I think like I said earlier on our first episode, and you guys can watch it down here. We'll drop a link. It's a little intro for some of the staff, and I know that I mentioned there how the team that you surround yourself is pretty much everything. Like I felt like throwing the towel many times, probably 4 times. So now that you say it, like you have had that family support, that team support, and they just don't let you quit. They keep you up and running.
Yeah, honestly, and it was amazing once I got that support. Cause I got to a point that I would get a lot of events, bro. People would want me to do 2 to 3 events a day. I didn't have enough people, but then that's when I partnered up with my compadre. And when we got set, bro, we went crazy. We're doing
That's
6 to 7 events a weekend just with just two crews, bro.
I have like mucha gente dice no, pues don't partner up with nobody ni que esto. And I remember seeing Tamarindo's video. I know you showed it to me, Jason, where he's like, no, sí se puede, nada más que no con gente corriente. You know what I mean? Es la neta.
It's true. It's
Yeah,
true,
I feel like that's the truth, man. Es que hay mucha gente que
bro.
nomás busca chingar. Es la neta.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, pero también hay gente buena que quiere salir adelante and they don't get greedy. And those are the people that, us as grown-ups now, maybe when you're like 17, 18, you don't see that, but now you're 25, 29, 24.
I feel like if you have the same vision, it
Right.
could happen. You know what I
It
mean?
will happen.
Honestly, yeah, dude. Because that's how me and my compadre, we had the same vision. Like we know this can work out. We knew this can really play out. So we both we took our time. We invested in buying more equipment, and we did it.
I
bro.
want to get into that a little later too down the road. Is I feel like a lot of people in this podcast too is I want to help a lot of people, a lot of young people that want to start their own business, right? So a lot of people look up to me, a lot of people look up to you, a lot of people want to start their own food business. So how expensive is it? Is it really expensive to start something like that, or is it more like just looking around?
It's not that it's super expensive. It just depends on what you want to do. Basically,
Right.
it's just what you're going for. Like for me, for the tacos.
You started with catering, just catering. You were never set up at
No,
a corner or anything.
I started selling in front of my house, on the corner of my house.
Oh, okay. Well,
So-
for those that don't know, his house is like front row, right? You're
Yeah,
start-
I'm right on
You see it right off the
59th
main-
Avenue.
You see the
Right.
big food truck outside.
Yeah, right on 59th Avenue, the corner house. So I started off there. I always knew once I got the house, I'm like, oh, bro, this is a good view. Like this is
Dude,
perfect for
that's-
anything,
That's
bro.
badass. And I was actually just thinking that the other day. I was like, it's crazy how you without you knowing, you weren't a business owner before when you bought the house.
Yeah.
But you were already thinking that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's amazing. And I feel like for me now, everywhere I walk in, bro, I look for opportunity. You know what I mean?
Honestly.
Do you guys do that?
Can you look for?
I
like,
walk
a vision?
into an empty building, I'm like, what can I do here? That's
Hell
the
yeah.
first thing that pops into my head. You know,
Yeah.
wherever I go, as I'm driving through like locations that are empty, I'm like, what would I be able to do there? So I feel like as you grow, you expand, and you start actually achieving like little stuff. Like you achieved your house, right?
Yeah.
And then you're like, okay, well, what's next? I can sell tacos here. I can make my own food thing here. You're thinking ahead, and I feel like that's amazing, man. That's really
And yeah, dude, sometimes I get to a point that I feel like I'm thinking way too ahead, you know? Like, I didn't
bro.
calm myself down, you know?
Yeah.
It gets like that.
Yeah, like
gets
it just.
But that's a good way to be. That's
No,
a good way to
honestly,
be.
no.
Oh, yeah.
How, you know, for me, one of the biggest things that I fear, and I fall into it a lot, and I tell the guys, I'm like, yo, help me snap out of it all the time. How do you ever feel like you're too comfortable? Do you ever feel that or no?
You know, I'm be honest, bro. I feel like I'm like that right now.
You feel-
I've been trying to talk to myself lately, like, hey, you really need to step it up. Like,
It's
you
tough.
You need to get out of it because honestly, it's been going really good. It's been going really good right now in my house and everything. I'm comfortable. I'm how you say?
You're getting
I'm
comfortable.
getting comfortable, and I don't like that. So
Bro.
honestly, that's what's been stressing me out the most lately. Like I need to make that big step. I need to get out of the zone because if I stay in here too much, it's gonna fuck me
That's
over.
a struggle. That's a struggle. Trust me, I fall into that thing all the time where I'm like, I'm getting comfortable because things are going well.
Yeah.
But comfort will, you know, it will take you down. It
Yeah.
will take you down. I've seen it happen to people. So
You
don't-
can
don't
enjoy
get-
the ride for a little bit, but it's if
Take
you
a couple
stay-
days off and then get back to grinding.
Yeah, 'cause
I love taking days off because they're much needed. You know, we take vacations with
Yeah,
the staff all the time.
I just came back from one. I'm still trying to recover.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, but you drink a lot, Jay. You drink a lot.
I don't drink.
It's okay.
He's having a drink. Nah, but you know, it's tough, man. But I always fall in that comfort zone, and then I need to snap out of it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was like, all right, I need to do something. I need to figure this out because I can't keep doing this for a month. You know,
Yeah.
a month takes a big toll on you. So.
Yeah, honestly, bro, it really
And
does.
I feel I've seen a lot of people get comfortable, and I've seen their business go down, and their sales go down, whatever it is, even close their doors. Honestly,
Yeah.
when they get too comfortable, don't get too comfortable. 'Cause
Yeah,
it will eat
honestly,
you
bro.
up. It will eat you up.
Yeah, that's why I'm always just thinking big, even though when I think it's way too much, I'm like, yeah, it's okay. My wife always tells me that shit. Like, sometimes I don't think as big, and then she comes out of here saying, no, I thought something bigger. I'm like, oh snap, okay, I gotta keep it up.
How much of a role do you think a good woman by your side plays? in
Bro,
success?
honestly, it's the best thing. Like,
It's everything.
It's everything, bro. Once you find that right girl that supports you and everything, bro, you just stay there.
I found mine, man, and I'm super happy.
No,
Yeah,
she
likewise.
does. When you go and eat, like
Yeah, she's always so attentive to the
there.
guests and
Shit, oh, bro,
guests.
it's right there.
Yeah.
We've been through
How,
way.
how long
too
have
much.
you been with her? She's your wife now, or
Well, so we're not married. Not
you're,
yet.
you're Mexican? You moved in together. You're married.
You're married.
right?
You're married.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah. Okay, on that point, yeah. 'Cause-
It's funny because I know you guys can't see him,
Yeah,
but
for real.
James, we have the cameraman, and he lives with this girl, and we're like, yeah, we're just
Yeah,
boyfriend
he's
and girl.
married.
Nah, you're
Nah,
married.
you're married. Right. You're
You're
living
married.
together. You're married, but
Go to church.
we've been together for. Okay, I can't mess this up. I
Oh,
will-
yeah, can we cut that part
Can-
out
can
because
we
we don't
cut
want to
that?
start no
No,
fights or
yeah.
anything like that? You better
It
remember
is-
fast, man.
It is about to be 8 years.
8
this,
years.
This year coming up, I believe 8 years.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe.
That's
okay.
been a while.
We'll
That's a while, man.
we'll see when I get home. We'll see.
Get us up,
I'll
man.
double check before.
After we post this, you get slapped, then you were wrong.
Yeah, she's gonna be seeing it.
We go eat tacos tomorrow, and he has a purple eye.
¿Qué pasó? No,
No,
no, una cebolla me pegó.
No, me tiró la cebolla.
We walk in, why are you crying? Estaba picando la cebolla. güey.
No, but yeah, and well, we've been through a lot, bro. Me and my girl, we went through a lot.
That's
but
what
then
builds a relationship,
just
though.
Honestly,
Partnership, really. Yeah.
honestly, we just hold on. We just held on and had our daughters. Our daughter was our blessing. Then we had our second daughter, and honestly, I feel like ever since I quit, I've been able to have more time with her, my daughters, and it's been amazing, bro.
That's
I
cool
feel like
that-
we're getting to that comfortable, like we're good now, you know, like our
Now
fighting
that I
stage.
remember what you said earlier is you were doing construction, right?
Yeah.
And then you were doing the tacos on the weekends, like Thursday to Friday, Saturdays and such. And I feel like a lot of people, a lot of business owners just want to start doing their own thing. They quit their actual job right after they know,
Yeah.
okay, I'm gonna start doing this, and then hey, so I need to stop working here. Me personally, I don't really recommend that. I was also doing construction at the time when I was doing cars, selling cars after work, detailing cars after work. It's a lot more hassle, but I couldn't let go of that stable paycheck every Friday. You know what I mean? So you wouldn't recommend people say someone's starting to just quit right away?
No, bro. So I always thought of doing that. Like when I was barely starting, I was making somewhat of money already, and I was like, you know what? I think I can quit already. I can start doing this, and that. My wife, no. You gotta wait. She's like, we got bills to pay now. Like, well, what are you gonna do? Like,
I go back to having a good
she
partner by
kind
your side.
of puts you. Hey, no, you pay attention. We got bills now. You know, like porque se me van veces. You know, like I'm like, I get to that point. Like, oh, okay, let's do it now.
Yeah.
But no, she slows me down. Okay, you gotta slow down. No, think of it right.
Put you on check real quick, bro.
Honestly, no por nada. That's just how it is, bro. And
we have to take a small pause, man, just for the camera to reset. Meanwhile, enjoy this commercial, obviously shot by our boy Jaden Word and brought to you by our boy Aron Tacos El Güero. Enjoy it.
So what do you guys think of those tacos? I mean, they're amazing.
Like bomb.
They're bomb.
They're amazing.
Bomb.
Check them out. We left
Wait
the
till
link
you taste
below.
them.
We left the link below, the address. Check them out.
What's the key for like the products you use that make the tacos taste so good? Like do you have something that you always say, hey, I need to buy the perfect meat, I need to buy the perfect vegetables to satisfy the customer? Because you don't
It's
want,
gotta be fresh.
yeah, you don't want customers telling other people, hey, it's not good.
No, honestly, yeah, bro. I really like to. At first, I started looking around different places and trying out different stuff and everything. But I've always known this carniceria where I buy my meat at. I've been
Don't say the name.
years.
Don't say the name. We want no copies.
They're popular. I'm pretty sure they're popular.
What's the name?
I don't know where all the tacos taste the
don't say
same.
the
No, I don't mind it, bro. I shot. Yeah.
Encinas?
Yeah, bro. Encinas. Encinas me, bro. Come on. That's the best right there.
And honestly, it's cheaper than any carniceria. Carnicerias are like, it ranges from $12 to $15. They could probably have it for like $8.
Yeah.
So that's good. So you're very selective where you get your stuff.
Yeah, I do when it comes down even to the verdura, bro. Just the verdura, I've tried different, of course, Food City, Ranch Market, Super.
Yeah.
I tried with private vendors, Costco. I've tried just everywhere. And honestly, I still get to the point that I'd rather handpick it. So I still don't go to those places that basically you just can put an order in and they'll have your order ready. You just pull up and they have everything ready. No, I still go and I select everything. I make sure everything's good. There's some stuff I can get in mayoreo, like the lemons and all of that. But all the like cucumbers, radishes and all that, I just like to make sure it's always fresh. It's always good.
So
it's always the best thing.
You go that extra step to make sure you get the right stuff for the people.
Yeah, bro.
That's
It's always better because I see it like if it's something if I'm eating it, I want it to be good. I want the people like to eat good food. I don't want to be giving them just whatever.
Because like what I said earlier, word of mouth is everything. You know what I mean? Like for example, Saul says, "Hey, I went to go eat, shrimp here or whatever. That shit was nasty, no taste, no flavor, no nothing." As I'm driving by and I feel like eating shrimp one day, I see that place, I'm not gonna stop.
Yeah, you think about his experience there, so
right? Because the first thing that's gonna pop is like, "Oh, this place." Saul said it was nasty. Now I'm gonna go somewhere else. Because I feel like when you're hungry, you're really hungry, right? And you wait for your food and then it's not good. It's so disappointing, bro. It's so disappointing that you're like,
or another thing when you get it and it's something's wrong, something's off. You're like,
you're like, damn
and that's another thing with me. I try to that's one of the things I always tell my guys. Like you gotta make sure you're right on. If you gotta take a little bit more time, it's okay. But just make sure your order's right. Make sure everything's good, because I get it from that point of view, from like just a customer,
from
basically.
the consumer.
Yeah, from the consumer. Like I'm buying something, and if I get it wrong, I'm gonna be mad too, And nobody's perfect, bro. We've had messed up. We've had things
Everybody.
that go wrong, but you just gotta learn from it, and then just have the guys. Okay, next time, just pay attention.
Try not to have it again.
Yep.
Do you have enough time because I've seen you when you put the tacos or vampiros, do you have that little time, like those seconds to look at the plate to see if it's okay? Like
sometimes you don't, bro.
So you just like toss
bro,
it like,
I've seen his lines. I don't know if you do. I don't know if you do.
Do you have that little second to see, hey, it's good?
So with my thing, because I have two different taqueros. So I'm the one with the most experience, and then I have another guy that's been there for a while, and then my cuñada is starting up. So we have, and the three of us have different ways of working. So how I like to work is I prep everything, prep the whole order, and before I send it off, I get the ticket and just make sure everything. Puede ser one of the tacos, the meat might be wrong, but I don't have time to look at exactly. If I see it's a taco, let's say it's a taco quesadilla vampiro. If I see it on there, I'm good. You know, I'm sending it out. Okay. If I'm sorry, if I sent you the wrong meat, okay, I'm sorry. You can keep that one. I'll send you another one. You know, because it's stressful, bro. You look outside, you see a long line, and then you back inside, you see full of orders, and you still see people waiting. You see your wages going up in here, up in there. It kind of gets to you. It stresses you up a little bit more. So you don't have that full time to, how you say, take your time and actually look at everything. No, you just, I say, just make sure it's there and let's go.
It's pretty sick though how he has his like the food truck.
His setup
like the
is nice.
chemistry, you can call it. He has the the grill outside, and then you literally have your meats. So what's that red thing you have in your hand all the time, bro?
So you don't get burnt, right?
The camera's on.
Yeah, it's just so I won't burn myself, because I get the tortilla, put the tortilla on that thing, and the tortilla sometimes they're hot, so like that you just get it, you just toss it, and you really don't burn yourself.
What's that water that I really liked the other day when you catered at my house?
Piña con mango.
Piña con mango.
Bro,
you guys gotta try that. You guys gotta try that.
I remember I tell people, porque llevo una piña con mango, and then everybody was trying to grab it, y venía gente, está buena. I was like, está bien mala, acá la que era. I'm like, don't finish it. You know, that shit was bomb.
That's what's hitting right now, honestly, bro.
How does it make you feel that you have a long line outside your restaurant, like from where you started to where like it's going? Like, how do you feel?
It feels amazing, bro. I'm just like, it gives me more más ganas, pues, to be like to work, basically, to get something bigger going, so people don't have to wait, and basically just so they can show more support, honestly. So just more crowd, I can get more people in, because I know there's probably a good amount of people that would love to go, but sometimes it's too far from them, or they don't have the time.
And I feel for like tacos, like that authentic.
Yeah.
You know, like fucking,
I mean,
carreta taste. Yeah. That's where you get it.
Yeah. I mean, we live in Buckeye and we make the drive. You know, tacos. Dude,
we're far. It's a 35-40 minute drive.
We
go out there.
Especially when my wife is hungry. If she wants tacos, we're going tacos el Güero.
Oh yeah, tacos el Güero.
Yeah,
it's really good.
They're bomb, man. They're bomb. So
it's just
who makes the aguas?
My wife.
Okay.
Telling you, bro, she's the one behind almost everything.
I'm starting to think we should have brought her on.
Can we do it?
I have a serious question for you, though. I know your company name is called Tacos El Güero. Who's El Güero?
Well, ex-Güero, bro. That's what everybody tells me, bro.
I know it ain't you.
No,
honestly, though, that name is sick. Like Tacos El Güero.
It's unique. It's unique.
It was just a nickname my grandpa, when I was born, okay? No sé si fue la luz, okay?
Todos salen rosita. Todos salen rosita.
Tengo que rascar un poquito para que salga lo blanco, but
let me check my names.
it just stuck with me. My grandpa just called me that, and it just stuck with me. And now for la construcción and everything, you know.
My mom tells me I'm handsome, so I believe that. So I don't blame you for believing you're Güero.
So it just stuck to it. So then, just the name, Tacos El Güero, like
was there a couple names that you were thinking of before?
Yeah,
Tacos
how'd
El
you
Güero?
come up with the name? Yeah, that's one thing I'm curious.
I don't even know, bro. It just rhymed, and it was simple. And it was catchy. It didn't sound bad, you know.
Like the tacos del gordo, you know.
Yeah, it was catchy. I struggled more with like the concept of my logo, how was
how you
do it, you know.
Yeah,
and then I just came up with the knives, because how everything's natural.
What do you think about Tacos El Gordo? You know how they give you your food like right when you're ordering, right? That's how it works. Tacos El Gordo, you pretty much get your food as soon as you order, right?
Yeah, you make the line to get to the people that are serving the food, right? That are cutting the meat.
Yeah, but you pretty much you order and then you get your food right away.
Yeah,
what do you think of that process?
I haven't been there, so I've never been there.
So I know our friends from Taco Boys just switched their system. I know back then they used to, you can go order and you would pay at the end of, right before you left, and a lot of people just keep adding to their tab or whatever. I know they recently just switched their system to you order and you pay before you get your food, because a lot of people would leave.
Yeah.
And I know personally, out of my experience, people leave, because I used to go to that Carbon here where I was dating my wife at the time years back. And like 2 or 3 times I completely forgot to pay, because you go order, you get your food, and it just.
Nah, I don't think you did. Hey, you checked your pocket? I got $5.
No, I swear, I left, and you know, I would just leave and you're in the car. I start the car and
Did you go back?
That's the question, right?
Did you go back?
that's what matters. No, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna be honest, bro. The first day I got there, I'm like, I start my car. I'm like, I asked my wife, like, did I pay? And she's like, did you pay? And I'm like, I think I did. She's like, I don't. No, we just walked out. And I was like, oh fuck. But I knew two of the guys there, bro. So I felt embarrassed to go back because I don't know if they just said, "Oh, this, you know, this motherfucker just left without paying." So I was like,
Yeah, they
so
had a picture.
I
of
did
you.
go back next time and I left like $60-$80 in tips. So this was more of a maybe they don't know me. This is just kind of me making myself feel better. I think I left a really good tip.
They put a picture. Don't serve this guy.
like the Circle K ones, you know.
Wanted.
That's crazy. So I know with you, do you walk up, you order? How's
So
your system?
it depends. If you're getting it to go, so you walk up, we take your order, and if you're getting it to go, you'll just pay right then and there. Make it a little bit easier, so like that when your order just is ready, it just comes right out. Here you go. Have a good day.
Is it cash only?
We got cash and card. Cash and card.
I know a lot of people that, you know, literally most people that watch this podcast is people that are want to learn about starting their own business. What would you recommend them? Like, what would be your advice, the steps to taking, you know, into, you know, maybe catering or opening, you know, getting their own trailer or what would you suggest, you know what I mean, like advice to
Honestly, the biggest thing I would say is if you have like a main source already of income, like you have your first job basically.
Right, your primary job, yeah.
Stick to that as long as you can, bro. Honestly, until you get to a point that you're killing yourself, that you're working you're doing here, you're doing there.
I feel like you have to get to where like, all right, am I losing more in my actual business because I'm still here, or is my business not, you know, stable enough to where I can quit this job and just focus on my actual, you know, my own gig. You know what I mean? So I feel like that's a very fine line where you can either make you or it can either make you or break you.
Honestly, bro, because if you don't do it within, like, let's say with the savings,
right,
you gotta have a good amount of savings, bro.
Of course.
If you don't have a good amount of savings
you
before
gotta
you go
have that
in,
backup, man.
you're gonna be doomed. And I say this by experience because I did it. So starting up, I was making a good amount of money, but I would waste a good amount of money too. You know, I como me entraba, you know, salía también. You know, it was just how it was. I was enjoying the little bit I was getting, so I kind of then started realizing that oh shit, like what if something happens? You know, like what do I have like that's gonna have my back? Like I don't want to be going asking around and this and that. So that's when I kind of realized, okay, I gotta stop all of that and then just start worrying about taking care of ourselves, having money for ourselves just in case something happens.
Right.
Once you start building up that savings, once you got that savings up and going, then that's when you focus on the business. Okay, I got some money, so just in case something happens, now let's start thinking about the money for the business. Start doing whatever you want to do. Just start investing into it. Just take it slowly how it's going. Don't rush into it, because if you rush into it, bro, it can go so bad.
It can go so bad.
And that's also
I feel like there's
experience.
things you gotta learn, right? Like a lot of dealers come to me and ask me, yo, you know, how can I do this or what should I do here? There's things that you have to fail. There's things that you have to go through yourself to actually learn. I can tell you 1,000 things, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But if you don't really go through it, if you don't really, you know, figure out you're not really gonna learn from it. That's the same thing that, you know, that's the same way I feel.
Yeah, and I take that to heart, honestly, because that's all from all my mistakes. Like I've never had basically somebody that can go and, hey, give me your opinion on this. You know, like you're a business owner. Like how can I start? I've never had anybody. I just started from scratch. The only advice we would have is my suegro. My suegro, he was really good with managing money and all of that. So I would take a lot of his advice. You know, like whatever he would tell me, I would take it to heart and really pay attention to it.
Right.
So I just went off of that basically, just thinking everything through. Don't like I said, don't rush into it. Just thinking everything through, making the right decision is it's gonna be the best thing ever.
A lot of people rush it. And how about in your job? Do you work Sundays too or no?
Yeah, Thursday to Sunday.
There's one thing that I think a lot of people here miss out, and you're sacrificing so much the weekends. You sacrifice the weekends pretty much. Everybody says, hey, you know, my Friday's here, my Saturday's here, my Sunday, my family time's here, right? And I feel like every business, if you wanted to pop off, you wanted to work out, you have to sacrifice a lot of people don't want to sacrifice. For example, another dealer called me the other day. I think Jay was hearing or so.
That was present.
He called me. He's like, "Yo, bro, I really need your advice. I feel like my business is coming down. Sales are low. You know, my overhead's high. What can I do?" And I'm like, "Well, I would have to look at your books, kind of see how you're marketing and see what you're doing, how you're buying and all that." I told him, "I'm actually not busy today." He called me like at 10 or 11 in the morning. I told him, "I'm not busy today. I can meet you after work at 7. You know, I can go to you or you can come to me, whatever, and I'll look at your stuff and kind of see what I recommend, you know?" And this guy literally told me, "Oh, well, I can't today because I have a gym session at 7:30.
Yeah, priorities.
Oh, bro. I swear to God, I'm like, there's your problem. That's your problem. You're not willing to sacrifice a lot of things that you want to do for your business. You don't want your business to be where you want it, where you're telling me you want it to be. You're not sacrificing. Yeah. That's the truth. You got to sacrifice that hour or 2 hours of gym session to go and talk to someone that can possibly help you out. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I've told him, make sure you really want this to work out. And, you know, I'm here to help you out in every way I can. But if you don't want it, I can tell you whatever, I can teach you whatever, and it's not gonna happen.
It's not. If you're not set at what you want, come on, bro.
You know, you gotta want it. You gotta want it. You gotta want it. And you gotta understand that there's sacrifices behind it. Period. There's no other way around it. There's sacrifices.
What's the future tacos and Guero? Like what plans do you have?
What's
your goals? Do you want to have a location like that'll open Monday through?
It depends, like what kind of goals you. Because I have goals.
Well, yeah. Think about it.
I got goals that.
Well, like he said earlier, I'm way.
So on
or like a restaurant.
The realistic. So I see myself hopefully within a year. I'm not gonna jinx myself. Soon, hopefully, having my trailer up at a good location, at a good spot. Get that up and running. Once I get that all set, I want to look into a restaurant. Restaurant, basically to
Do you think that would affect you in any way? Because a lot of people like that actual.
It makes you feel home.
Like the actual, you know, I'm at a food truck.
Yeah.
That taste, that bite, that quick service, like you mentioned earlier. You said, "Hey, man, you know, I'm here to do your service because I want to make people, you know, eat their food good." And do you think maybe having a restaurant? Do you think people portray that different? Do you think they see that different?
They do.
Maybe
it's totally different, bro. That's why it's one of the big. It's not that I'm scared, but I'm thinking about it a lot. I want to make the right decision. I don't want to just jump into anything, you know.
Have you thought about making like another food truck, maybe like on Tempe, Mesa area?
Would you rather? That's one thing that you know we were talking a lot about. Would you rather expand? And by expand I mean, would you make it this bigger? Would you have now bigger? You know, for example, right now you have, I don't know, let's just say 5-7 tables. Would you rather make 10-12 tables, or would you rather have 2 locations with 5-7 tables?
No, so that's my thing. I want to get this first one up and going. I want to get it to a point that I have 12 tables.
Right.
I want to get a lot. I want to have 12 tables for sure, and I want to get a carpa. I want to get all closed up. I want to get it looking nice. You know, once that's there. It will be the restaurant. I only see it as in the part because I'm gonna use that basically to source me out. Basically, instead of doing stuff from home, we're doing stuff from here and there. Yeah. I'm gonna base off from the restaurant. From the restaurant's gonna source me out to, like I said, the goals 5, 6, maybe even 10 trailers.
So your short term is that, and then from there you have a long term goals, of course.
Because in the restaurant you can have the whole sodas, you can have
everything.
Your refrigerator. Because you don't want to have it in your garage, in your house. And then having a restaurant, I feel, would be pretty sick because let's just say, hey, you design your restaurant nice inside, you paint it, you put your pictures. Yeah. And so, hey, it's going to be in summer, people don't want to eat outside probably. You know, they want to eat inside, you know.
Do you think that you'll be able to, let's say if you were ever to open 2 stores, you know, I know earlier you mentioned how you like seeing, you know, how people do this and you like stuff your way, of course. Do you think you'll be able to, because like for me, I'm a very like micromanaging guy. I want to see everything that's going down. I want to see everything. So, you know, when we opened the other location, it's been tough for me. I haven't even been there because it's so hard. This store is so busy at PLM that at RPT is like, I can't leave for an hour because I'm so busy here.
To go there.
And so that one I've been kind of putting on pause because I can't micromanage that.
Would it be more of like your wife at one and you at one?
Right, yeah.
Or how would you feel about that?
I feel, well, my opinion, your suegro in one, and you in one.
Yeah.
Why? Because
If you have the same ideas, the same way,
you guys kind of know.
and
the
most
rundown.
importantly is if you have the same goal, right?
That's
If you know your
right,
goal is this, and my goal in 5 years is that, and that's amazing, man. That's great that you already you already have, you already visioned where you want to be in 5 years, and that. Because I feel like everybody needs that mental vision where they want to go. Because you know what you have to do.
Yeah.
You know,
because how much years has Taco Guero been?
3 years.
It's
3 years. And that's pretty sick that it's a family owned, because there's families that, hey, well, he knows all the, recipes and whatever, like your suegro. I know he won't do it, but other people, other families.
And it's true because I've seen it happen before.
So,
It's called greed. That's
so
what it is.
I know that it would be so sick if you have a location, because your suegro knows all that.
Yeah.
And you have the carreta.
So my goal right now is with the guys I have, my cooks. I have my cuñado up on top.
You have a cousin, don't you?
Yeah, I had my compadre, and then I had I would say cousins. They're not blood family, but
It's
I
one of
grew
those
up
that you
with them.
kind of like grow up.
Yeah.
I have
and
so
then-
many like older like que les llamo tías, and they're not even my tías.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's
So
like,
it's just them, and I always tell them, like, right now I can't pay you guys a lot. Like, I'm barely starting off. I'm barely making it. Like, you guys. Aguántense un poquito nomás, because I promise, like, when I get to that point, that
it sounds like he's quoting me. We were starting.
Yeah, like I promise you guys, like I'll give you guys what you guys deserve, but you guys just gotta hold on with me. And they've been doing it, bro. They've been doing it, so I want to get them to that point to where I kind of I'm at, and I feel like I still need to learn a lot, but I want to get them to
stop learning,
and I want to get them to my point, so like that I can leave them that trailer. Leave them basically control that, and I can focus on something else. How you said, that's another thing, because it's very difficult for me, because I'm always gonna be thinking what's going on over there.
Oh yeah.
Like right now,
man.
right now I have the trailer. Like there's days I have the trailer, and I still go do an event. Like this upcoming, like Friday, I have an event, and I'm gonna keep the trailer up and running. I'm already stressing about it, making sure, okay, I gotta make sure the guys have everything. I gotta make sure, just in case they run out of this, they already have this.
So you still cater?
Yes, I'm still doing some catering. It just depends for who.
I think I ran into you.
Not to sound like
No, of course.
It just depends for who.
It's not your main. It's not your main thing.
I'm not really focusing on that right now. I'm just trying to get my trailer up and going.
Right.
So, but I will be doing some catering here and there, just depending.
You think your guys are capable? Like, are they ready? Like, are they?
No.
Because like us here, like
they're gonna see this,
I
bro.
know,
They might be unhappy. with you.
That's
okay.
That's
okay.
I don't think he
Yes.
meant that. He thinks
No, because Rafa could leave,
Yeah.
and he knows. I think he knows. I'll manage all this place. You're fired. No, but he knows that. Or like, if he sends me to the auction, he knows I'm not gonna fuck up.
Yeah.
I probably. I'm a like go off topic.
Whilst I was
bought-
saying all this, can you just add my?
Wait, I'm going off topic with this. Look, I bought a nice Silverado.
Oh my god.
Right?
Oh my god.
And then I was like, I bought this nice Silverado.
It's beautiful. It's good.
It's beautiful wheels, everything. And then they start laughing at me like, dude, it's a 4-cylinder.
Hey, Sullivan, you can't lie. You were a little nervous. You were a little
I
nervous.
was, the
He was
thing,
sweating.
the thing with me here is like, if I fuck up,
You fuck up.
I get like, nervous. I don't, because it's their money I'm playing with. I always like to be.
But I feel
on
like
top
you see it like your money.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh
it's like
yeah.
your
Big
thing.
time. Like, because I see it as a responsibility.
Do you think?
Like, I'm hurting
do you
the
think your
business.
employees? That's when I think I mentioned this on the first podcast. Is they see this business like if it's theirs.
Oh,
they
yeah.
answer people like if it's theirs. They treat this company knowing that it's their ass on the line, that it's my ass, that it's our family's business on the line.
Yeah.
Do you think your employees feel the same way? Do you think they put the same integrity in making that food because they know it's it's your reputation, it's your business, it's your name behind it?
I feel like they do. I feel like they try to put in that extra work just to make sure it's gonna be good.
Don't let them
That's
go,
good.
man.
Dude.
Don't ever let them go, and make sure probably nobody to give you advice, but make sure as you rise, they rise with you.
Yeah.
You know what I
Keep
mean?
a
So-
strong
Yeah,
team
that's-
with you, bro.
Yeah, that's
and for
honestly
me,
the best
eventually,
thing.
is like, and I made a post about this before. Is my goal is not to have them as employees, forever. My goal is for Saul one day to walk up to me and be like, "Yo, bro," and what's up? I'm thinking of opening my own store.
Hell no. Look at his eyes. I'm good.
I'm 29. I look 50. I feel 60.
He's tired.
No.
He's
Honestly,
It's a tough job.
Yeah, it's a tough job.
I mean, customer service alone. I think we can all
It's
agree.
crazy because he stresses and we all stress.
We all stress.
Bro, like, it comes to us, dude.
Yeah.
And, like, that's what I'm saying, like, about the responsibility. Like, dude, just buying cars is a big responsibility. Like,
Just to make sure they
you're
sell.
like, did I fuck up? Or
Yeah,
dude,
selling cars
there's
is a big
there's like the
responsibility.
first year.
It's tough.
Because how I started buying is just going with them to the auction. Like, because it was him and Danny only. I was the third member. And I would go with them and I would just see, like, oh, okay, this is how he's paying and this and that. So I just started learning, and then ya con el tiempo, dice, oh, ve tú solo.
I feel like that's the best way you learn.
Oh,
everybody
dude.
that has tried to go with me to the auction, I'm like, just don't buy, don't say nothing, don't ask me
Don't
nothing.
even
Yeah.
look at him.
Just
Dude,
watch.
because
Don't even look at him. You know,
It's just
No,
people
dude.
like at the auction. This is a bid.
Dude,
You're not-
you
just
can't,
do
have
like
something
this.
in your eye, bro.
Yeah, you do this.
No.
That's
You
a
have
bid.
you have to like, yeah, because any finger movement is a bid, so you have to.
Well,
it's
fucking
crazy.
stand
Everything in
still.
the bid.
Anything.
Yeah, you can't avoid it
Fucking
sometimes.
sneeze and shit.
Everything in the bid at the auction.
50,000.
No, I remember telling people like, don't ask me nothing, don't do nothing, just watch. Just watch what I buy, how much I buy it for, and why I'm buying it. And then after we leave the auction, then have all these questions for me. We go eat or wherever, go back to the office and ask me, yo, why'd you pay this?
Yeah.
Why'd you like this car better than that? And then that's how you really learn. You know what I mean? But asking me that at the time is like, you're gonna not only like put me back, but also you're not really learning because I can't really explain to you. But once
It's
we're
loud in there, and then it's crazy because all the other guys would go and they would ask me. I'd be pissed. Dude, leave me alone, bro. So there's a lot of lanes. There's a lot of lanes in the auction. I'll be on lane 1, and Danny or Pedro or whoever would be on lane 15, and they'll call me, "Hey, bro, there's a Camaro over here.
It's
Come
funny
get
you say
it."
that,
Like, bro,
check this out.
I'm on lane 1. I'm not going to lane 1 to lane 15, bro.
You're pretty fast, though.
To the day they'll call me. I'm not even at the auction, right? I'm here. I'm wherever the hell I am. Sometimes they'll call me, yo. I'm like, what's up? How much do you think I should pay for this? I'm like, dude, I'm not there.
FaceTime. Be a FaceTime.
So it's gonna be.
Like passion we have for the business, like we
Yeah.
we love the
You guys
business.
think, yeah.
We don't, and I hope they are like that. And like
I'm
you
sure
said,
they are.
and I'm sure they are.
I think that you wouldn't be where you are
Dude,
today.
yeah.
You
Yeah.
haven't grown,
Yeah.
and you would not have grown the way you have grown this
Without
past
them.
year
Yeah.
without them. So
Take
I'm
care of
sure.
them.
I'm sure they
No,
feel that.
yeah,
Take care of
they honestly they do, bro. So I appreciate them.
Yeah,
I can be a dick sometimes, but that's just
I think-
it. Just gets intense,
Just
when
when you
the
work
work.
with somebody, you're gonna be.
There's
different.
gonna be
you're
some
gonna be
tension.
a-
There's
that's
always
it.
gonna be something
Yeah.
there.
Yeah,
It's
there's always
all-
gonna be something.
There's nothing you
Hopefully,
can do.
Like
hopefully one day.
I hate pre sometimes. I love pre.
I'll take a shot to that.
I'll take a shot to the
I think we should all take a shot. I think we should all take a
Yeah,
shot
damn,
we're gonna start with some shots? Oh.
to celebrate Aarons and Tacos del Güero's success.
I'm glad he's here.
My
We'll take a shot to him being our
Yeah.
first guest on the show.
Man, no, but for real, congratulations on all your success, man. It's been great.
No, thank you.
We
guys.
like
Thank
seeing you
guys.
grow, man, and fuck, man, sky's the limit at this point.
Crazy.
Yeah,
And I'm excited for what's gonna come.
yeah, bro.
Oh yeah, man.
I'm sure my wife would love that reaction. My wife will make me drink just to satisfy her,
Yeah.
seeing my dumb face reaction.
She'll
So
be-
So my
Love you,
wife
baby,
and
I hope.
Rafa's wife are sisters, so
Yeah.
you could only imagine.
we go through the same pain.
I'm just kidding.
Nah, it's fine.
They're really cool.
They're really good
they're
people. Going back to what I said even earlier, it's I feel like having a good woman by your side is a 70%, 80% of who you're gonna become. Because I've seen a lot of people get held back because
Because,
of
yeah.
partners.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's been crazy.
Maybe.
Guys, we're gonna take a quick little recess here. We're still gonna go talk. This conversation is fucking good. I hope you guys are enjoying it. We're gonna get more into detail with how you should start your business, maybe a little bit more. But this is fucking entertaining, man, and we still have a lot more views to go, guys. So
We're just getting started.
Be a long night, guys.
Recess
Just
here,
getting
just
started.
a reset, and we'll go back to it, man.
It's hot in here.
Trapping in Atlanta. Bought 3, 4, 5 Phantoms. Georgia, Jersey, Stones. Started out earthquake, man.
Hey, what's up, guys? We're back. We're sorry it's a longer podcast, but la plática está buena.
Está bien buena.
Está bien buena, and we got more questions to ask. I also have one question. I have one more question to ask. I've been seeing you post a shrimp, like the boiling crab. It looks good, dude. Who is that or what? Or
That's a cousin of mine.
what's the name?
Fuluru's Hot Boil.
Okay.
Fuluru's
They
Hot
do
Boil.
look good. No,
Yeah,
they
they
do
do.
look good.
I've seen them.
I like that kind of food, and I've never had it where it's pasta. And I seen he throws pasta in there.
Yes.
What's up with that?
He has a pasta with, I believe it's like a chipotle sauce. Honestly, I don't even know what it is, but bro,
It's bomb.
that thing's fire, bro.
Okay,
You gotta have it.
What's it
It's,
like?
it's the pasta. He has some shrimps and some sausage, and then with some cheese, and then with some
Shit.
garlic bread.
Okay.
That thing's
What's
bomb.
his Instagram?
It's Fuluru's Hot Boil.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then he goes with you like
So
some days or
he's posted up. He's gonna be posting up with me a little bit more now.
Okay.
This last Sunday was the first time posting up with me. Sold them out, bro. We
Oh,
both
nice.
sold out. So it went amazing. It was honestly.
Shout to that.
Shouts to that.
Fuck it.
Ah,
Why
man.
not?
Shouts to that.
Another one? Shit.
Why not?
Got
Shouts
cheers.
to
Yes.
that, man.
All right.
Yeah.
So, a little
No,
cheers.
hold on,
Little
hold on.
cheers.
I wanna let's let he's our guest. Let's
I
let
know.
him do the honors.
I'm gonna do a little cheers, especially for my cousin, how he's barely starting up, and with all the other little small businesses that are gonna start up. Échenle ganas, no se raquen,
No
la
se
neta.
raquen, no se
Sold
raquen.
out
You
Sundays.
just gotta
Sold out
keep
Sundays.
grinding. Just fucking,
Stay fucking-
find something that you want to do and just keep doing it, bro.
Yeah,
Just do
that's
whatever you gotta do. Move
Never
mountains.
quit. Never
Move whatever you gotta do to make it to that.
I
Just
like
make
that.
it.
I
bro,
have
you
something to
know?
say after that, but first let's take this fucking shot, guys.
Yeah,
All right,
yeah, yeah.
salud,
Salud.
Hello.
Everybody, goddamn.
That was tough.
I'm trying not to make my
Damn.
face expression, but
Look. Oh man, hey, honestly, like that was pretty strong. That was pretty.
I'm
strong.
used to it.
I don't mind it.
I had it all
You drink a lot?
weekend.
Are you a big drinker? Or?
No, I really don't. Pero cuando hay que tomar entre amigos,
I
lo que
seen
sea.
I seen your party when you were posting. Te pusiste.
No le
Vale,
digas.
oh,
Hey, we should
So-
definitely have you in one of our
Bro,
parties.
honestly,
So,
when it's parties,
thanks for the invite.
Thanks for that.
TFT,
Hey, I'm a pause here. Are you guys feeling like a little warm?
James,
Lo más con la
James,
cabra.
can you turn down the AC, bro? First of all, I do want to give a very special shout out to our boy Jashawn with Pristine Custom Clothing, man. Thank you for the dope ass merch.
Bro.
Also, guys, please, man, comment down below. You're gonna be entered to win some free merch. We're gonna be giving this free
Hey,
merch
but
away.
it's not a raffle. It's not nothing.
It's free.
Game and Fish Department, just so you know, this is free. We ain't taking no money. Don't rate me this time, please, man.
Also comment down below maybe who we could put on the next podcast.
Yeah, man, give us some ideas. We already have like 2 other business owners scheduled, and those are gonna be fire, man.
Yep.
So stay updated with that. And like I said, man, this podcast is for that. For the local business owners. Hopefully, eventually, we get to the point where we can bring in some out of state people. But my goal is to just shine some light. You know what I mean? On some people that
What
really
was-
deserve it, man. I mean, I think you are this is very deserved. You know what I mean?
Thank you guys. Thank you guys.
Well, what's the experience with us? Like, what did you feel? Like, what do you think about us?
Is
Because
it-
a lot of people love us and little few hate us or don't like us. Well, a little bit of what do you say?
So when you hear Phoenix Legit,
And you
what's
never-
the first thing that comes to your
Yeah,
mind?
you
Cars.
never knew
Legit.
us.
Phoenix legit.
No, honestly, bro, since I met you guys, since I started kind of bonding a little bit more with you guys, it's been amazing. Like I said, I've never had kind of those kind of close friends that you kind of look up to. It's always been just me on my own,
Yeah.
And ever
Watch
since
it,
I kind of
man.
started hanging out with you guys, learning all of your guys' success, y lo que falta, la neta, just kind of inspires me. I'm like, they're doing it,
Just
bro.
so you
like,
know,
they're-
though, it's
and-
people like you.
Yeah.
People like you that inspire us.
Yeah, no, yeah, dude.
The feeling is mutual, just so you know. You know what I'm saying?
And
That's
if
amazing.
you ever need any questions or talk about something,
Or if you
we're out
ever
here.
have some leftover meat, hit us
Yeah,
up, man.
man. or if you have some tacos in your car, because I'm pretty
right now.
Nah, man, that's
Nah,
badass,
dude.
man. Pero la neta, it's un honor, man. And it's badass, man. I'm so glad. Like I said, I know we don't get a million views. We're not the biggest guys out there in the world, but just being able to do such things like this, man, being able to interact with people. With
Yeah,
local
just to
business
have fun
owners.
along the process. Is,
It's
that's
just
what we're
badass.
doing.
That's a dope
Yeah.
feeling, man.
It's
This
sick.
is fun. Like I said earlier, I want this podcast to feel like we're just guys outside in your backyard, just
Drinking a
fucking
beer.
having a beer.
And honestly, that's how it feels like, bro.
Bro, it's amazing, man.
I was nervous, bro.
I know when he walked in. I remember when he walked in. He's like, oh shit, this is a lot of cameras. I'm like, yeah, it's about 6
Like,
cameras.
I've never had this many cameras up all the
But he was excited though because when we did the first podcast, he was like, "Oh, how'd it go?"
Yeah, I'm
I
ready.
talked to him. I talked to him when I want to go eat right after the podcast. So
Oh,
we were
yeah?
talking. He's like, "Damn, bro, I'm excited to see the first podcast." I was like, "Dude, you should come in." He's like, "Hell yeah, bro!" Like, you know, we started talking about it.
That's badass, man.
And it's here. He was the first.
That's what we're here for, bro. That's what we're here
Yeah.
for, to grow together. You know what I mean? That's fucking amazing. I have a really good question for you. And you know, it's something that I can answer as well, but I want you to answer it. Did you ever see yourself in a position where you had to step out of that circle, or you had to step out of the people you were around and just kind of look at the people you were around with and where those people would get you, where they would happen to get you, and you're like, all right, these guys I'm sticking with,
that's a
or
great
these guys
question.
I can't stick with. They're just holding me back. Was there a point in your life where you saw that?
A couple of times, honestly, bro. Starting off, the first time.
Don't mention any names because I don't want you getting jumped. You know.
No. The first time was honestly in high school, my freshman year. The school I went to, just the people I was hanging out with, it was just a different crowd. I was going away. I was just hanging out with a bad crowd, bro. Going out, not listening, just not giving a fuck about anything.
It's fun.
It
fun,
is.
but time does not forgive, man. That's one
It-
thing that I can't get tired of saying.
It comes back.
Time goes by.
Yeah.
Time goes by. Those 5 years clubbing, those 6 years clubbing are fun. I get it, but now you're 28. You still live at your parents. You haven't done
What are
nothing.
you gonna do?
What you gonna do?
Dude, you hit 30. You hit 30. Yeah, you gotta ask this.
Honestly,
Yeah,
bro.
no, you
Dude,
gotta, it's just
I feel
management
like,
priorities.
You know, one thing I said, you know, in one of the previous podcasts when I had with Chris is like a lot of people want to live their life, right? Like if there's no tomorrow. Like they're saying, you know, there's this one saying that they say, you only live once, YOLO, or something like that, right?
YOLO.
So you only live once, or oh no, I'm gonna live like this because I don't know if I'm gonna be here next week.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I get it. You're right. But what if?
What if you're here for the next 30 years?
not YOLO
What if-
to make bad
what if
decisions, you know what I
what
mean?
if-
You gotta.
Yeah, so what if you've been clubbing this 5-6 years? You haven't made nothing. You haven't sacrificed anything. You haven't built your own thing. What if
Yeah.
you didn't die, right? What if you're still alive?
Yeah.
Now you're 30. You're still in the same place you were when you were 24,
When you started saying
25,
YOLO.
23, when you were saying YOLO.
You're in the club
So,
popping bottles.
I feel like people should really live expecting to be 50, 70, 98 years old. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
like, just know that, yes, you might die. We all know that in this world we come, we leave, whatever. But just know that you have to live, you know, build something. Be known for something. You know what I mean? Leave something for those, for your daughter, for people that you know, you love and stuff like that. So,
And honestly, bro, that hits me a lot because, like how I said, like eché mi desmadre, I did this, I went partying, I did all of that. But then when my daughter was born, that's when I
just
realized,
like a
I'm like,
wake-up
oh
call.
shit, I'm like, what if I die tomorrow? What am I gonna leave her? What am I gonna leave them? I'm like, I don't have anything. I don't have nothing to my name.
Right.
So then that's when that mindset kind of just, okay,
It
I'm a
changes.
father now. So I gotta change. I gotta think bigger now. That's where everything just kind of just started falling in place. And
I feel
so
like
far,
that's
so
one
good.
thing. I was talking with my boy Jaden the other day. He's like, bro, well, I don't want to be, you know, a lot of people, I don't want to be just known for like, oh, existing and dying or whatever, right? But I feel like we all know we have that date or whatever, but you want to be known for what you left for those people. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, there's one, we don't know what's going to happen after. We don't know nothing, but we know for 100% fact, we know that what we're going to leave for our people. You know what I mean? So it's like, it's strong, man. It's really strong.
It really
honestly.
is. My thing is, one of the big things that keeps me always going is, I see a lot of, when I'm driving on the freeway, those big ass signs on the side of the freeway that you can see them from like 2 miles away. Like one day it's gonna be my logo right there
Fuck yeah,
from 2 fucking miles away. You know that I'm gonna be seeing my logo right there,
Hell yeah.
and that's just I'm like, okay,
Tacos
soon,
El
you know.
Guero, next exit.
Yeah, something like that, you know. So that's just keeps me going, bro.
That's good that you know what you want and you know how to get it. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's all about just staying focused and doing what you know you have to do to get to where you want to be.
Honestly, bro, being willing to put in that work.
Yeah.
Not being scared of those long hours, not being scared of that chinga, like
Yeah.
the
Es una
desveladas and all
putiza,
that.
güey. La neta es una putiza, man.
Machín, güey. Like,
Yeah.
mucha gente se le hace like, oh, it's
Do you
easy.
think that everybody is built for that type of stuff? Or not?
No, bro.
I've seen people that are not built for it.
Oh, no.
You know what I mean? Like, a lot of people aren't built for this type of stress. A lot of people aren't built for this type of shit.
I have cousins that they try to do like a hot dog stand or they try to make whatever business. Literally a month, they don't see money or they don't see nothing.
And
They
they
give
just-
up.
they get
They give
impatient.
up, dude.
When,
Like, you know what
funny
cousins I'm
story
talking
is when
about.
I opened my business, I told my dad and I told my father-in-law, whoever, my partners, I'm like, yo, just know that it might not be what we expect it to be. It might be bad for 3, 6, 7 months, but we have to stay on the grind.
You have
We
to run before you fly.
Correct. We have to know where we want to be, and we have to work for it. And there's one thing that I live by is I know what I have to do to get where I want to be, and if I do it, I should be able to get there. Right? What I mean?
Yeah.
So no matter where the market goes, up, down, you go up, down with it.
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
we pay 40 grand for a Hellcat when the market's low and the market's high, we pay 60 for a Hellcat. Guess what? That Hellcat's worth more than that when the market's up.
Yeah.
You have to ride that wave. You know what I mean? Same thing I'm guessing for you when you buy your meats and stuff. Your meat's here, your meat's there. Your
A
price
lot,
goes up.
bro.
It's obvious. We all have to do it. So I feel like it's just a matter of you knowing what you have to do and you'll get there. You know what I mean? But you have to stay, like you said earlier, you have to stay focused and you have to not fucking quit. You echar un chingo. Like,
That's a lot, bro. Because
Eso.
stuff changes a lot, especially right now, dude. No sabes.
Es una pinche
Ah,
bola,
yeah.
güey.
Un día lo puedes tener a este precio y a la siguiente semana ya subió $10-15 más.
Can you just not raise the price for us?
What's your price right now? We'll leave it at that.
Let's lock it in.
No. The price, honestly, bro, en veces yo la miro en que si me lo subieron a mí, ¿cómo le voy a ir a subir los tacos un fin de semana nomás? Si le pierdo poquito más yo ese fin de semana, no hay pedo. Pero hay otro fin de semana
That's a fucking
that
important thing I want to talk about. So when I want to talk about
Yeah, that was
that,
great.
dude, you have to know as a business owner, and I know a lot of them motherfuckers don't want to lose.
No.
You
It's
have
like-
to
it's like- it's like-
understand.
No.
You gonna
Yeah.
lose sometimes.
Yeah. I've seen that. Like, people charge for verdura, dude. People charge for fucking
Oh, your
napkins.
guacamole is gonna be.
And guess what?
Yeah,
And
like, Jay,
guess
how
what?
is
Those
it?
are the places you don't go back to.
Jay, when you walk up to Subway and then, can I get some guacamole, please? What do they say?
Yeah, it's an extra $1.
That's
Shit.
Yeah.
It's $1.25.
Hey, well, shit, I don't even know if I want that.
No.
You don't want it.
Me and Cuate, we went to go
Bacon?
eat.
$2
We went to go eat, dude.
I don't even like bacon.
And
I don't eat bacon.
we're eating our stuff, and he's like, he don't see the receipt what Cuate wasted. Their brother-in-laws.
Yeah.
So he paid for my food. He got me on lunch, and the receipt was right on the tray, and they charged us the verdura,
Yeah.
$3. It was 2 pieces of pepino. You know who it is, so that's why you're laughing.
As soon as he heard pepino, he was cracking up, bro.
One slice of lemon, and which I didn't want.
Should we say the name? No, I'm just
No,
kidding.
no,
I'm just kidding.
But yeah, anyways, like,
I'm down.
and then my friend Francisco from Taco Boy said the same thing. Like, it's not their fault. They have to pay for it, you know.
Yeah.
And it's true. Like, it's true.
There's nothing you can control, and you just gotta.
It's just
You know who I'm talking about.
I think so.
Yeah, let's not say
But
no
I'm
names. We don't
not
want
gonna think.
It's all the wave. You got to learn how to ride.
Yeah.
You know, like for me, you know, with cars we were buying out of state, transport diesel went up.
Diesel went up.
We
you know,
don't add transportation fees on our
It
dogs.
used to be $800.
What did the Cubans tell you?
Hermano, va a subirte un poquito la transportación como $900.
Yeah, like, en Houston.
¿Dónde está? ¿En Houston?
I'll be like, what?
Yeah, so it's kind of, it's a
It
wave you
happens.
gotta ride. You know
No,
what I mean? If I
honestly,
know
bro.
I'm paying $1,000 now for transport instead of say $700, $800, I'm gonna try to get that car $200-$300
Yeah.
cheaper.
I mean,
You know?
if gas
That's a
goes
great
up,
idea.
just buy a Tesla.
Tesla.
That's what
My
my
boy
boy Jaden said. Man,
Rafa?
I can't wait to have
Jay?
Jaden on here. I think on our nerd podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
on
we're
our
gonna have
next
Jaden.
podcast,
We'll have Jaden.
we're gonna have
Yeah,
Jaden
Jaden.
on here, man. He's a great guy. He's a great guy. I love
great
that.
kid.
So I have a question for you. Where'd you find this truck? Like, why'd you want to buy one? You could have still had your
Did you
grills.
buy that truck cash or finance?
We bought it cash.
Oh,
Damn.
Ooh.
hey. Hey, wait.
Oh, so
Préstame.
so business is good.
No.
Tacos.
Hey, that's something that I quería.
Yeah.
Tacos el PRI. Tacos el PRI coming soon.
No, it was.
We already know where to get the meat
like,
from at
Yeah,
Encina.
he already told us. Like, okay, why did you do it? Because you could have just had your grills, bro.
Yeah.
Like, literally, you
So,
could have made
You
it.
had your grills, right?
Yeah,
So I started off with the grills, the asador and the planchas, but I always thought, how you said, I always thought bigger.
That's
To have
fine.
something legit, to have something with permits, have something like official that no van a
Cause
llegar y te van a
you knew
cerrar.
you knew what that grill
Yeah.
would get you to.
Yeah.
Right? I mean, so that grill got you to this.
Yeah.
But what's next? You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I want
So-
this, I want that, I want that. So I feel like
So just getting that, I basically just looked into what I needed. Because I knew my whole set was going to be different. Mine's al carbon. Mine's not on the plancha. So my whole aspect is it's already different. So I had to have like a certain patio. I can't have it encerrado.
Okay.
That's true.
So bocas, like you can't do that. So I had to have the
And
patio.
I remember that when for my engagement, he was just. I was like, oh, what the fuck?
What's
I've
that?
never seen this shit.
What's brrr?
I don't want to say that.
Look, yeah.
No, but he had like a little. Was like
La tabla de madera.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
It's like brrr.
It was like.
La neta though, I do want to say something. Those fucking tacos are bomb.
Yeah, no, he.
It is.
Service is amazing there.
We're
You guys
gonna,
gotta check it out.
we're gonna leave a link down below for you guys to follow his Instagram. Please do so, guys, and make sure, trust me, make sure to taste his fucking tacos. They're
Guys,
bomb, man.
first
What would you
for
say? What
themselves.
would you say? That's a question. What is your favorite thing you do? The vampiros, the taco. What is your favorite thing that you'd say? All right, this is my specialty right here.
So the vampiros
I
and the
love
quesadillas,
vampiros, dude.
but mixtos, asada and agua. You got.
I haven't had a mixtos.
You gotta mix
Yeah,
it
I'ma
in
try
there.
that.
I'm gonna go tomorrow and I want to
I
mix
want
it.
to try.
Yeah.
Y no nos cobres, eh?
No, eso nunca.
No,
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 that's one thing
Expensive.
that you know and I know. You know, personally, we done business before.
Dude,
right?
yeah.
He's done. You know what? All our catering, really.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, we
And that's
pay
one thing.
whatever you
Siempre me
charge us, what we
pregunta,
pay.
Siempre me pregunta, oh, güey, la neta, pues por las aguas y esto. I'm like, ¿cuántas aguas? 3, pero I might need 4. Oh, okay, but it's gonna be this much more.
Oh, yeah.
When, and you can answer this on podcast, when have I lowballed you?
Never,
Never.
bro.
Yeah,
And that-
Never. What was my answer every time you said, hey, güey,
Perfect.
pero
Tú cóbrame lo que quieras.
güey, lo que es.
Lo que es, y ya.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, we have friends that we buy food from.
That's one
like
thing-
Mariscos, who is it?
Cherrillos.
Cherrillos.
Dope guy.
Bomb.
We're gonna have him on.
Bomb. Yeah, shout out to him.
Shout out to
Bomb.
you, my
La
boy.
neta, mi compa.
Chingón,
Chingón.
chingón.
He came.
No me
the
quiere
fir-
cobrar,
Yeah,
güey.
the first time he came.
Your house. We had a little get together at your
No
house.
me quiere
Yeah,
cobrar.
no.
güey, piss me
The
off.
first time he came with 2 trays, and he's like, "Nah, bro, for free.
It's on the house,
It's
yeah,
on the
I remember.
house."
Nah,
This
bro.
was like, "Nah, bro, charge me because me voy a enojar más por no cobrarme."
A mí,
Dude.
la neta, lo que es, lo que es. Me
Eh,
da
güey,
más
hay
coraje,
gente
güey.
que te los agarra, güey.
No,
te
sí,
dicen,
no,
no,
sí.
like, oh, thank you, bro.
Mira,
And
there's
honestly-
there's one thing that I saw earlier on Instagram, you know, scrolling through the reels or whatever, is if I support you, I would never lowball you. Your service is your service. Your price is your price. If I want to do it, I'm gonna do it. You know what I mean?
Would
So,
you say that work and friendship is on 2 different levels?
It's different.
It's
For
different.
example, let's say he wants to sell me a mic, right? If he wants to 300 for it, and I think it's only worth 250, I'm gonna tell him,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah, it's
well,
only
would you do 250?
Yeah, of course,
But
yeah.
this is a part. This is a product. This is a separate. But his service, I will never lowball anybody on their service because your price is your price.
Because only you know
Your
what.
experience
only you
is
know
your
what-
experience.
yeah.
So if a painter comes in and tells me, yo, you know, to paint this, te va a salir como en, you know, $1,000. I will never lowball him because that's his service.
Yeah.
Si no te
That's
gusta
his-
el precio, just go
No,
somewhere
Of
else.
course.
Yeah.
You know, you
Like,
get 2, 3 quotes,
sí.
whatever. Whatever
And
works for
sometimes
you.
you get
fine.
those 2-3 quotes, and you end up getting the same fucking price.
That-
Sometimes
And then
you
you
go
gotta
with
call
the
this guy
cheap
back.
one.
Hey, man,
and
shit,
it's
well,
not
fuck,
just a-
I like your price.
And it's not just the price; it's the service, bro. It's like the
I can't
quality and the
lowball you
service. It's
on-
always
Yeah,
just
for sure.
Yeah.
has a
for
lot
sure.
to do with it.
Dude, that's one thing. I will never lowball you on your service. And I feel like what you offer the community is a service.
It's
Yeah.
a service.
Food is a
It's a
service.
service,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is.
You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah.
I can't lowball you. So if you tell me, oh, güey, por las aguas, ¿cuánto cobramos por otra extra agua?
It's $50 per
$50.
extra.
Son 50. ¿Qué te decía? No hay pedo, dale.
Yeah, yeah.
Lo que es. And it's not because I have money, because I'm broke. You know?
Yeah.
But what I'm saying...
Yeah, he asked me for some money. You know? I'm like, I don't have it either.
Like my friend Tony says, no hay pedo, hay peda.
Tony,
Don't
my
arrest
boy,
us.
I would love to have Tony on here. I don't know if him being a cop, maybe he can't.
Oh, is that the call that
He's
was
a cop,
Yeah,
bro,
shout out
he's
to
a-
bro.
Yeah, Tony,
I
always
was
meeting
pulling
for
up,
you.
bro.
They're good
Él se la lleva contigo.
It's culiquitita.
El Coliquita, cabrón, ¿eh?
Yeah, Culiquita.
El Coliquita.
Yeah, he's always pulling up, bro.
Dude, I think it would be amazing to have him on this podcast. I know he's a Maryville cop, so that shit would be.
Some
I'm
experiences.
sure that guy has some
And then you
funny
have
ass
that other
stories.
friend cop too,
Yeah,
huh?
mini fridge. We call mini fridge because he's
Bro,
built like
mini fridge.
La
a fridge.
primera vez they showed up. The first
Yeah.
time they showed up, fucking 3 cop cars pull up. I'm
¿Qué dijiste a la
like,
verga?
oh shit,
They're
what did
closing
we
me
do?
down.
No, what did we do?
Ya me imagino la ronda, ¿verdad? Los permisos, güey, los permisos.
Hey, he has those fake permits and shit. Like,
Photoshop them and shit.
No, bro, I was like, oh shit. I'm like, ¿qué pasó? And then the guy, he's like, no, I heard you have the best tacos.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, come through, bro.
that song, you're like, hermano, cayó la ley.
We're arresting you for not being güero.
Ese tacos el prieto.
Hey,
The
that
good
friend,
thing,
the
though,
Tony,
on
the Tony
your
guy.
defense is, if they were ever to come for you, it'd be like, ¿dónde está el güero?
Se fue.
That's not me.
No sé.
Se acaba de ir, oiga, la neta.
Nah, but
Es un
they're
pelo
good
güero
people.
que
They're
te-
good people.
Those dudes are good people.
Nah, bro,
Honestly,
they're really cool, bro.
Es buena
honestly.
onda, Tony, güey, la neta.
I see Maynard Fridge in the at the gym. He always tells me to work out with him.
I
But
wouldn't.
they're benching. No. They're benching like 245 plates and shit, and I'm here with like 10 pounds. He's like, come over here.
No, but
I'm going,
every time I do
man.
go, I see that they have different cop friends. So that's good.
Yeah,
Because they're spreading the word as well in
they're
their
always
community. You know
taking
what I mean?
different conference, and sometimes de repente nomás llega a random cop that nunca lo ha visto. And you're like, oh no, the friend recommended me.
That's
Oh,
good. Again,
sure.
we go back to the same thing, man. Word of fuck
Word of
mouth.
mouth.
Word of
Word
mouth.
It's the best thing.
I know he came and tasted your tacos when you catered here.
Yeah, when
Yeah,
we-
yeah, exactly. I told my, hey, my boy's pulling up. We're doing a little catering outside the dealership. Come check him out.
Fucking loved him, dude.
He
And
came
he's
back.
at your place every week.
Yeah, he's there
Once a
every
he's
week.
there.
No, he sold out being out here with even us, pues comiendo.
Yeah.
Nosotros like he had the you know your.
The trailer.
No, la neta, la neta,
I really don't think people know how good your tacos are,
I
bro.
think so, dude.
I
every
highly
time-
encourage
Bro,
it.
highly, please
them, man.
taste his tacos.
Taste
Literally.
them.
You're gonna
We
make
have-
me blush. Give
Give us the address.
Hey, he said the first 10 people that go free tacos. I'll just say that.
The first 10 people that say they saw this on the podcast, you gotta take a screenshot and you gotta show me. I'll give you a free meal. You won't know what, but I'll give you a free
Hey,
meal.
I'm gonna
The first 10 people.
Brought to you by Finish Legit and PLM After Hours.
Hey, he's gonna be like, hey, wasn't that you?
I was next to you when you took that. What do you mean?
Yo, why is Jaden looking at your address right now?
Like, I'm the.
Jaden's like, baby, I got you on top of it tomorrow.
Tacos on me tonight.
Oh
He
shit.
tells all them, yo, I got you
Oh
guys.
shit.
I got the screenshot. I'm good.
I'm good. We eating tomorrow. I got you.
The pastor lo que
They
quiera.
cook in front of you too, so don't even worry about
Hey, you
it.
see? When your wife says, hey, take me somewhere where they cook in front of you. Okay, take her tacos el güero.
Tacos el güero,
La
ya.
ponemos enfrente del asador ahí
Ya
para que
saben,
mire todo.
compas. Mira, todavía no llega. Mañana que es jueves, ¿ah?
Sí.
Mañana es jueves, todavía no llega la raya, no hay pedo. Usted lleven el screenshot, lleven al compa ahí, güero. Y ahí está free
Yeah, man.
mío, ya dijo el
The
compa.
first
¿verdad?
10 people.
This is a good time. This is a good
Ya,
time.
ya, sí, hace 11
Se me hace que va a ser trampa el compa, ¿verdad? Que va a llegar ahí.
Oh,
The first
yeah.
person, you're the 10th person.
No, como que
No, but all jokes aside, man, it was a pleasure, bro, having you here, la neta.
La neta, man.
Eres
Mucho
chingón,
respeto.
güey, la neta. We've always said it, we've always talked, and we've always said, hey, let's get tacos.
Let's get tacos el güero.
You know, one thing I want to emphasize is we would not have you here right now if we did not look up to you. So that's one thing that you need to understand, man. You have people out there, because I understand social media is a bitch.
Yeah,
Trust me.
it is.
For me, I know, man, it's hard. So just understand and know that we really look up to you. We really admire what you're doing. We really admire your person,
And we love your
what you're
food.
doing. We love the
Thank
fucking
you,
food.
bro.
Hey, what's
Thank
up with
you.
the micheladas?
El pony.
Yeah.
Bro.
I've talked to him. He seems like a really cool guy.
Bro, that
and they
it's-
look
it's a
good.
lot of
That's the
bro.
99th
Bien buena
plaza,
onda.
right?
Huh?
99th?
And they look
No,
good.
he just
bro.
moved. He's
Okay.
on El Mirage and Indian Square, I believe.
Because I have another friend named Jason, my tocayo.
Yeah.
His son says sushi. Right
Oh,
on
yeah,
99th.
That's your boy?
Damn.
For real?
That's my boy. That's my boy.
Well, how
That
am I?
sushi is bomb,
We're gonna
bro.
have you out here, brother.
Dude,
You're
Please
coming.
join us.
You're coming.
Bro.
It's bomb.
That's
Guys, again, you know, unfortunately, we have to end this, man.
Yeah,
but we want to really emphasize, like I said, I want to emphasize, thank you for coming, man. We
No,
really
thank you
enjoyed
guys for
talking
having
to you,
me.
sharing your journey with us. It's just fucking inspiring, and I know you inspired a lot of people on here. A lot of people are gonna watch. Comment what you thought about it, and please, I can't say this enough. God damn it. Go taste my boys' tacos, man.
We'll
They're fucking
Thank
bomb,
you guys.
man.
Thank you guys.
Thank you guys for joining us, and please stay tuned for the next podcast. Un mensaje que quieras decir, güey, antes de que nos vayamos, algo que quieras decir.
No, pues la neta, raza, como siempre, no se rajen, échenle ganas.
Puro pa' adelante.
Puro pa' adelante, compa.
La neta, el sol sale para todos.
And
There's enough people in this
¿Otro
world.
o qué?
There's enough people in this
Otro
world for
shot, un
everybody.
saludo
Otro.
ahí.
Empiézalo tú, pues. Lo quiero pasar, mira.
Estuvo buena esa. Ando bien pedo ya.
No, la neta estuvo chingón, güey, la neta, estuvo
I had fun.
chingón.
I was nervous, but look, hasta ya más shots.
What you think, man? Would you recommend people to come on our
Fuck
fucking
yeah, I'm
podcast?
already gonna tell you when am I coming on again.
No me quiero ir, güey.
Hey, he's gonna bring his wife on the next one.
No, hey, es así, la neta, she will not be
His
fine,
wife.
bro.
So how long we been together for?
No, bro, es así, she can keep a conversation
That's
going,
badass,
bro.
yeah,
Y es así de todo.
Otro día, mira, cuando abras tu restaurante con Paquita vamos a tener.
And we're thankful to have you here, bro. Appreciate
gracias,
you
bro.
stopping by.
Un saludo a todos,
No,
man.
thank you guys
Echen
for
el
having me.
chingazo, plebes. No
Yeah.
se rasguen, la neta. Y pongan la bandera en alto, plebes.
Eso sí.
Thank you, guys. Thank you very
Everyone
much.
could do it. And just like that, guys, we are out. We'll see you guys for episode number 3.
And
Stay tuned for
stay
3, my
tuned.
boys.
And if you guys ever want to get on the podcast, hit us up.
Shoot a DM, man. Shoot a
Yeah.
DM. Let's get you on here,
Let's
man.
get
Let's
it.
get some fucking fun. Let's have some
Good
fucking
night,
fun.
guys. Thank
We
you.
still got our tequila on here, so after we're coming as a cut, let's kill it. All right.
Bye, guys. Later.
Let's go.